to That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is someone I've very much looked forward to speaking with, because ever since November the 3rd, when the cast recording came out of his newest project, my 8-year-old and 10-year-old have been imitating Herod and Joseph and Mary and everybody else associated with the birth of Christ. His new project is Journey to Bethlehem. You've probably heard the buzz about it, but it is in theaters right now as we speak this weekend. And we are so glad to welcome the director, producer, writer, also composer, songwriter. He's touched about every aspect of this project possible. Adam Anders, welcome to That Kevin Show. Glad to have
you. Fun to be here, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
I started getting wind of your project while it was still in the making, and I've always wondered, why hadn't the birth of Christ been approached kind of from the musical perspective before? And I have to say, not only have you done that, but in terms of the emotional draw of the songs and the things that are included in this film, you've succeeded on a wildly successful level. Now that it's in theaters, as we're airing this on Saturday and Sunday night, what is your thought now that it's finally come to the big screen?
Hard to sum up all the emotions you feel. You know, there's reviews coming out, there's people talking, there's chatter, and you just hope people will see the heart of what I've tried to do. I've poured 17 years into this. I first had the idea 17 years ago, and I had that exact same thought that you just had. Why hasn't anyone done this? And I really feel like it was kind of God tattooing this idea on my heart, because as a creative, I have ideas, good ideas, bad ideas, all the time. And the bad one, you just kind of, it didn't work, and therefore I shouldn't do it. Let's move on to the next one.
Right.
I could not let go of the idea, and I've had so many starts and stops, and now for it to finally be here, it's surreal, it's humbling, it's exciting, scary, all kinds of things. And as you mentioned, I did everything, so it's my fault if you don't like it.
Which is good if it works, which is always the big risk with creative stuff. So my 10-year-old is my future movie director, maker, creator of all things creative. I have a math science kid who's his older brother, and I have probably a vocal performer who's his younger sister, but he is the guy that thinks of this. And we were talking about your film in the car just the other day, and he said, Dad, how come nobody ever thinks about it this way? But it's the best story ever told. Now, he's not talking about from a biblical truth-based perspective. He's talking about the nastiness of Herod and the vulnerability of Mary. He's seeing it through the characters at 10 years of age. I can't even believe he sees this, but he's looking at it from a storytelling perspective. And I've always thought we've never given Herod kind of the nasty side that Antonio Banderas brings to this film, and the true vulnerability of Mary and Joseph you've captured in these two characters. I'm just curious, did you see the clearly defined angles of all of these different things, these jagged pieces, if you will, that bring the story together?
I did. That original vision I had for this movie, it was all very clear to me. I saw the whole picture. I saw Mary and Joseph's love story that nobody ever talks about. And you think of them as humans. If you put yourself in their shoes, what was it like for Mary when Gabriel visited her? And then she had to tell her parents, she had to tell her betrothed that she was with child in that time where you should be stoned for that. What was it like for Joseph to stand by her and take that stain upon him and ruin his family name? But he did it, and he stayed by her, and it's heroic. And they were heroes, these two. And we have all these Disney movies, we have all these Elf and Santa movies that are beautiful, colorful, fun celebrations of Christmas, sort of. They're not. Why haven't we made a movie that is like that celebrates the true meaning of Christmas? And yeah, that's just what this has all the elements: the love story, the villain, and Herod, like you pointed out. And then the wise men, to me, it was just obvious that the Three Stooges, they're the comedic relief that you need. I mean, my kids will not stay engaged unless they're laughing at times. So anytime it got too serious, I just injected the wise men, and it just really works.
Yeah. Well, Journey to Bethlehem is the name of the film. And friends, if you have not seen it, this is opening weekend. Obviously, we want everybody to go see it. That's why, Adam, after seeing the preview, I took all of my family last night, Friday night, to opening night. We wanted to make sure that we did our part to support. But when you're talking about the level of production this is, and someone asked me, said, well, of modern musicals, like, what do you compare it to in terms of its production? I said, what's the best musical in your mind that's come out in the last 20 years? And they said, The Greatest Showman. I said, it's slightly better than that. This is the level of production that people are going to get when they go in there. But really, as you started out this interview, the message is the importance of this film is about what it does to the heart by the end of it. Talk to me about what your goals are.
100%. You know, I've seen this movie 1,000 times now as a filmmaker, and every time we get to the nativity scene, I tear up, I cry. It's so powerful. And that's what we're building towards with all the levity, all the things. And some people might like, oh, well, that's not what happened. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's not a documentary. They didn't break into song and dance to pop music. I understand that. You know, and there is creative license taken when you're an artist and you make something. Every great painter in history that drew or painted the nativity scene took license. The wise men were there when the baby was born. Well, they weren't. They came later, but we've accepted that as art. And this is art. But this is art with heart. And this is art with meaning. And this is something that's so personal to me because this is my faith journey. This is what I believe. I say in the beginning of the movie, inspired by a true story, meaning it's not a documentary, but I believe it's true. So watch it with that in mind and enjoy it and laugh and sing along. And by the end, you're going to know what Christmas is about. You're going to feel the power of this story. I didn't need to add to it at the end. I'm moved by it not because it's so great what I did. I'm moved by it because of what it means that Jesus came.
Well, the songs will be memorable. You will be humming them as you leave the auditorium. Friends, I cannot recommend it enough. If you're looking for that new piece of holiday tradition that your family needs to watch, as ours does, they want to. By the time Thanksgiving's done, they're already pulling out the request for movie nights all the way through the holidays. This needs to be on that list in the years to come. But this year, you need to go see it in the theater. Journey to Bethlehem. And the website for people to get tickets, I mean, you can get them through Fandango and all the normal places, but the website for the film itself.
Yeah, it's journeytobethlehemmovie.com. And you can even gift tickets to the people. Fandango's done a really cool thing. If there's someone you know that would like to take the family movies, can't afford it, it's a great Christmas gift. But I would just encourage people to not wait till Christmas or after Thanksgiving, because if we do that, the movie won't be there at Christmas.
Right.
The theater owners won't keep it if nobody shows up before Thanksgiving. So go now.
Go see it now.
There's
no reason. There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason not to be in the Christmas mood right now. For us, we start listening to the Christmas music like as soon as Halloween's done. So that's kind of in the McCullough house. That's where we're at. Though we're very thankful for Thanksgiving, we start loving the music right away. You can do that with the films as well, friends. I want you to go journeytobethlehemmovie.com, get your tickets, and then take your friends. You will be glad you did. This will be one of those films you'll walk away from going, that was well worth my time. And if you take people that are seeking and spiritually asking questions and so forth, it's a great way to start a conversation that I'm sure will lead to a good spot. Adam Anders, thank you so much for making this movie. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Good to have me, okay?
You got it.
Ready or not, we'll be right back. That Kevin